Good morning, dear audience. This is me, Mahendra here, and I'm resuming to share my brief information to all of you of the last year's video of 2000 May 30th of 2024. And here I'm still here in the Upper Mustang, Nepal. And so this is my the lunch break and tea break time, being here with the tented shopkeeper man who comes from the Mr. Chring, who comes from the Chhosher, and this is the Chhosher municipality. Actually, the Korala area, the boundary touch with China, Tibet, and so right after showing a few buildings of the custom office of the Chinese part, and I stopped here for a tea break and a juice break and a noodle break for the lunch break, and I have sharing things. And meanwhile, I have arrived back here at the Chhosher village and Niphu, and I have got many information from Mr. Chring about these hidden wonders of the archaeological wonders of the Chhosher, Upper Mustang, Nepal. So, meanwhile, I'm showing here a beautiful landscape viewpoint of the Chhosher village, and this is about the 4 o'clock at the lately afternoon time, being like this timing has happening at the moment. And this is the wonder of the Chhosher, and this is such a very fantastic place. And here we get like a thunder of the sound, the thunder sound of the wind, peaceful wind, only wind, and then sometimes the wind sense goes to be blows the human being also. But this is the part of the slopey part, and this is the less windy area here. And so I'm showing the Niphu Monastery cave, one of the human being, the artificial cave here. Caves are situated here, and beyond I'm showing the Sijha Zhong cave also. So I'm going to visiting these two wonderful place here, and this wonderful caves here. And so meanwhile, Niphu Monastery is under the construction down here in the Chhosher village, and Chhosher has about more than 165 houses and inhabitants used to live. Yes, this is the church. This is the Niphu Monastery, and Niphu Monastery was very old, and so now they are reconstructing as a new building here. And this is the cliffside, Niphu cliffside monastery and prayer center, the prayer cave, since the before of centuries of the long time. So according to the locals people, they say this is about the more than 2,100 years ago, since the time being Milarepa and Guru Rinpoche were being here, and they used to pray cave, they used to meditate and they used to pray here, and they made their peaceful prayer center here, their prayer schools here. So in according to the Buddhist mythology, and so here are many Buddhist prayer caves, and wonderful the old the prayer center, prayer schools and monasteries are situated here in this Chhosher. And Chhosher has very beautiful terraces and very beautiful hamlets of the fields and hamlets which is built by the locals. And locals has such a very wonderful life here, and they are happy people, they are peaceful people, and they have the cattle like Himalayan yaks, and cows are the main cows, and sheep, and they call chauri in Nepali language, chauri, gai, and like shepherds also the life since the entire centuries of the long time. Shepherd life. People used to spend here in mountainous, sacred Himalayan region, and as well as we see such some the very beautiful green trees here, and those green trees and Himalayan banyans, and the Himalayan banyans are they call the Himali people. Himali people and Himalayan banyans are also used to protect and also used to farms by the privately by the human being, which is used for the household wood. The propose of the wood the collects of the wood propose here in the mountainous Mustang, because to transport the support the woods from the tropical area is also a quite big work and quite expensive. So like how so this is like a less fall rainy area. They use their own the Himalayan banyan Himalayan banyan agriculture also. That is called that is very good relationship with nature and the human being. And this is such a very beautiful Niphu Monastery cave here, and I'm entering to inside this beautiful principal the meditating rooms here, and we can see this how people beautifully they used to carve by their hands, and oh my god, this is such a wonderful architect and such a very nice, and even engineering even engineers that we can imagine that even engineers calculation so since the more than 2000 years ago, how people able to build this such a beautiful work by their hands. Wow, we can see this is very beautiful and very meaningful here, and such a very special hidden archaeological wonders by the human being, by the man-made artificial the houses and the monastery. So in according to the locals, they used to say here comes Rurin Porche, Milarepa, and then so laterally they gave they dedicated to build this wonderful the sacred rooms for the prayer center, for the meditating center, and we can see some Buddhist equipments here, such a prayer chants. They used to blow the horns, they used to make the Buddhist sounds, and during the chanting time, and chanting the lamas use when they used to chant their mantras like a Bazar Guru mantras, they used to blow the horns. Home like this, and then I have shown you that things, and this is the sitting sections, the principal lamas and gurus sitting sections here with a Buddhist color, the mattresses they have put it here, and the local says this room is still they are preparing for the one of the beautiful museum room. And right after this, visiting the Niphu Monastery prayer cave, here I'm showing the one of the very oldest. The local people says more than 4,000 years ago they built this here inside the rock. Here, like here is situated 5 stories tallest, and then the more than hundreds of rooms of the man-made artificial the prayer caves here. We imagine that this is such a very principal building like a palace here. The rock, the natural rocks made is looks like a huge standing palace here, and we can imagine that when we go to the inside this palace to the discovers to the rooms, how people how and when since when people were being built like that. And I'm showing them by my hand, and I'm pointing and showing to this beautiful windows, holes of the rooms. So soon I'm going to entering, and before than that, so I'm pointing such a wonderful many others prey caves, natural and artificial prey caves are situated here in the Upper Mustang, Chhosher Valley, Upper Mustang, Nepal. So this is the courtyard of this natural palace, this natural cave palace here, and here is the biggest, very wide parking lot here, and so many people used to bring their vehicles, private vehicles, and I'm showing this artificial and natural and artificial many prey caves around here in the Chhosher Valley, Upper Mustang, Nepal. So we can see this such a peaceful land, since this is the Majestic of the Himalayas. This is the Mustang is one of the hidden and protected gems of Nepal, and here are so many hidden archaeological wonders are situated here inside the Mustang. And this is my special timing. It was, but this is my reminding video of the last year. Actually, I'm going re-uploading to you and sharing my skills and sharing my information what I got from the locals and what books, many books, and since the hundred of years how Mustang was Mustangs since the thousands of years how Mustangs since the centuries, many centuries ago, how people they used to live here like with the nature and so spending their lifetime here before to build the concept of the modern houses. So they used to live inside the palace, inside the caves, and inside the natural and artificial caves here. And those cliffs are like a little soft cliffs. So like how this is, therefore they able to we imagine that, we guess that they able to this is why they able to build their by their hands. But this is not so easy, and but the rock is not so soft, it is still very hard. And since the timing how they able to collect their working equipments, and they able to build them by their hand. So I'm pointing the many rooms and stories inside the cliffs. So the 5-story Sijha Zhong cave, the 5-story tallest, and more than 100 of rooms holding Sijha Zhong caves, and here which is situated here in the Chhosher village municipality. And so Chhosher have many beautiful life here, and I have told you previous also, they have very beautiful hamlets and terraces, and they have major crops of barley, buckwheat, wheat, Himalayan wheat, and here not used to grow corns and rice, because the corns and rice, to grow corns and rice, it needs many water and in the tropical temperature actually. So in the Himalayan windy and dry windy, the less rainfall zone area, they have less possibility to cultivating the agriculture things and crops, like they used to, like those barley, wheats, potatoes, vegetables, and apples are the main crops of the Mustang, and the main crop. So the people used to grow their principal crops like that. So I'm going to visiting inside the Chhosher Zhong cave here, and soon I'm going to buy the entrance ticket. So with this man who used to stay here at the any time during the daytime office time, the municipality used to pay him as a monthly, and this oldest 84 years oldest man have used to live here, and I have like he's like my father, and so I have got a very nice information from him, and I have paid 100 rupees for the Nepalese visitors for this museum, as a museum, as the entrance ticket here, and everyone, the visitors, they to enter to the to this monastery, to these prayer caves is compulsory, and this money goes to the community, village development community, and welcome to Sijha Zhong cave, Chhosher. Here is the church, and here are situated many ladders, many wooden ladders, and laterally people, municipality have made the wooden ladders to the inside the different stories of this biggest prayer cave, and since when, and since how, and since and for why they used to build here are so many questions and so many things that we need to guess here. And yes, this is easy to understand that since the entire time before to innovation of the modern technologies, and then to the house, the concept of to build the house, people used to live here in the simply. They used to they have huge work how they did able to do by their hand, and I'm climbing by the ladders to the different stories inside this principal prayer caves of this beautiful Chhosher Zhong cave. And this is such a very fantastic and very wonderful place here, and this is meaningful place here, Chhosher Zhong prayer cave, and we able to see many rooms inside here, and many windows, and they have the meaning to build the houses are as a windows and as a doors to cross the each rooms to the in another rooms inside this house. And we able to see so many rooms here, and actually also even local people of this village, villagers, people also, they when they used to count the rooms, they used to forget how many rooms, and this is why we imagine that here are more than hundreds of rooms, living rooms, and few rooms are used for the kitchen, few rooms are used for the meeting rooms, few rooms are used for the private living rooms, and such a many beautiful wonders. And we able to see the wide angle view, and cars are very small, and the parking corridor and my bike also very small. We can see in the down from the window. I'm pointing the majestic of the Himalayas, of the wonderful Himalayas of the Chhosher Valley and Chhosher Mustang. Which and Chhosher is the different ward number and ward village of the inside, which is situated inside the Lomantang municipality here in Upper Mustang, Nepal. And this is close to the China-Tibet border, and this is the northeast part of the Mustang, Nepal. And we're able to see, and I'm showing you so many rooms inside this huge principal principal prayer caves here. This inside this Chhosher Zhong cave, Mustang, Nepal. So so I'm going to tell you that I heard that from the few books. Yes, we able to see so many such a nice parking, and such a long, such a very fantastic and very pleasant here. And I'm pointing and showing about the wide angle view of this very beautiful Chhosher village, and how and wow, such we able to see another panorama, another rocky panorama, and Mustang It's such a deserty district of Nepal, and a very fantastic and very important, very beautiful district of Nepal. And for the foreigners and Westerners need to pay the special permit. The purchasement for the entrance permit is the obligations to the obligator here. It means the compulsory to have the special permit to come to the here inside the Mustang, which is about the $500 for the 10 days. The fee costs is, and for the Nepalese people it's free to come here, but we need to buy the local museum and local permits, and local tickets are also the necessary for the domestic visitors, domestic people, domestic nationals. And yes, I'm pointing the very beautiful landscape of the downtown view, courtyard view of the Chhosher, and this is the Chhosher Zhong cave, from the Chhosher Zhong cave, and this is the ending story of the Chhosher Zhong cave. And I have been returning back here down to the Kaligandaki corridor road just right after visit the Chhosher village at Chhosher Zhong, beautiful Chhosher Zhong cave, and I'm showing the beautiful landscape and the brown and the sandy deserts of the and here on the right side we able to see the one of the oldest stupa, Mahendra stupa, which is more than 1,200 years old in accordance to the local. And here again I'm showing the beautiful location of the Chhosher Zhong cave and principal hills, palaces of the inside the living rooms, which is right there. So I'm showing the very beautiful landscape about this once again, the very beautiful Chhosher village here inside the Lomantang municipality. And soon I'm going back to the Lomantang village, and I'm going to spending my time being in the overnight stay, staying to the Lomantang. And still this is the such a fantastic place here. And here I'm pointing the Chhosher Khola river, and Chhosher Khola is the one of the main branch of the Himalayan glacier river, the branch of the Himalayan glacier rivers of the Kaligandaki, which is the sources of the branch sources of the branch streams, are major principal streams are called the glaciers, the source of the glacier water following the glacier rivers. And this is the main source of the Kaligandaki river, and this is the Kaligandaki corridor road, which comes from the from down to the Baglung, Beni Baglung, to the Parbat Beni Baglung, from Gaidakot Chiton. This road starts from the Gaidakot Chiton to the along to the Kaligandaki river, and then it comes to joins to the Maldunga, Baglung and Parbat districts, boundary point of the Parbat and Baglung district. And from Maldunga we need to follow the Kaligandaki river, and the black water, the muddy water, the floody water is always the origin of the winds and the deserty of this geographic of the brown geographic of the Mustang district. Therefore the wind makes the water color is very browny and very black, and this is called the goddess dedicated. The rivers are holiest name of the dedicated for the goddess and the goddess Kali. This is why we call Kaligandaki river. And here are the beautiful hamlets and terraces of the people of the Chhosher, and they have a very beautiful barley and then the wheat terraces here, and they have prepared for put the wheat and barley and buckwheats and potatoes and the rest of the vegetable farms here at the Chhosher and Lomantang in the mountainous deserty places. This is beautiful Mustang, and a similarity of the Tibetan plateau, and this is like a lower. This is exactly the geography looks like a Tibet, and So right here I'm showing the Lomanthang. I have been already back down, crossing the 9 kilometer down to the from the Chhosher zone to the nearby here at the Lomanthang, and I'm pointing the Lomanthang city village, is Lomanthang town village, and I'm pointing to the boundaries of the mountain. And please stay tuned. Leave your suggestions in a comment. Leave your feedbacks in a comment box, and I'm going to presenting you in the next episode. Also, I'm going to stopping this video soon, and our contact detail has been given in the description page also. And please don't forget to stay tuned with us. And so we are a network of the travel guides association, the government license holder guides associations, and the taxpayers guides association of Nepal. And please stay tuned. Have a good day. Namaste. Until goodbye.